Capul meu.
Deci dacă se strică parcă aici, nu știu ce... Uite cum o deschis gura!
It's the second most populous country in Africa, was never colonized, and was ruled for thousands of years by a dynasty descending from, legend says, the biblical King Solomon himself. Addis Ababa is the highest capital city in Africa, at 2,400 meters, and 70% of Africa's mountains are here. It has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Africa, 9 of them. Legend goes that here is the place where coffee was discovered, and allegedly the Ark of the Covenant that holds the Ten Commandments is hidden also here. Ethiopia has a distinct alphabet and over 80 languages are spoken in this country. It's for sure the most complete tourist destination in Africa. Ethiopia has it all: nature, culture, history, nice people, and yes, it doesn't have a coastline, but that doesn't matter anymore.
Well, it's much more expensive than Asia or than other African countries, and I don't know why. So for the same money you got not so good conditions. You can find a double room with private bathroom for around $20 or $30, but most of them are around $40 or $50. And they explained us this is because of the cost of the water and of the electricity. So Ethiopia is a very strange country.
Don't have a lot of water in the room.
Don't think it's a cheap destination. Well, you can do it on a shoestring, but you have to have a lot of time.
A week is not enough to visit all the places worth to see, so we had to choose only some of them. Small piece of advice: if you're entering the country with Ethiopian Airlines, you will get a 50% discount on every domestic flight of this carrier.
We just landed in Addis Ababa and we're preparing ourselves. It's not anymore, yeah. And we're preparing ourselves. And
He's lying. Actually, it's 9:30.
okay, hello from Ethiopia. It's 9:30 in the morning. We just arrived in Addis Ababa, and
We arrived 3 hours before.
and we are preparing to fly to the next destination, 600 kilometers north from the capital in the little town of Mekelle.
From Addis we flew to Mekelle, where we did a 3-day tour in the Danakil Depression, the hottest place on Earth, nicknamed the Gate to Hell. Here we have been grilled on the crater of the Erta Ale volcano, got oversalted in the giant salt pan, and searched for aliens on the Dalol sulfur field. Then we got by car to the famous rock-hewn churches of the Tigray region, where Alexandra had the adventure of her lifetime.
Să cred cât de inconștientă sunt că am urcat până aici. Uitați aici. Și nu știu dacă se vede. Nu se vede. Am mers pe chestia aia. Wow!
In the town of Aksum we searched for the Ark of the Covenant, but found only a huge cultural and religious heritage. Oh, and a gastronomic one too.
Wow!
So this is the Ethiopian national dish, and in Eritrea it's also very spread. It's the beyanetu, with this injera, this flat bread made out of teff flour. So this is the teff, the most used cereal in Ethiopia and Eritrea. Out of these very small seeds, after being put to fermentation, is made the injera. So out of the fermented teff seeds, they make this flat bread injera, which is very sour. And because today they fasten, it's Friday. It's Wednesday, thank you. They're eating only vegetable things, and you're gonna eat that with the hand. That injera you can have for around 3 euros, and if you're going to fancy restaurants which are only for tourists and you're ordering something like a pizza, it's up to 5 euros, but with 3 euros you can have a good meal. And Coca-Cola 300 milliliter bottle is only around 60 euro cents in every restaurant.
It's a challenge to visit Ethiopia on your own.
Unfortunately for tourists, it's a little bit. It's very expensive. I mean, you cannot do anything without a guide, and paying a guide means, I don't know, 100 euro per day, or something like this.
So transport, guide, and entrance. So it's around 100 euro for a person for a day. You can do it on your own, but it's very time consuming. So you can take a bus, which is 10 times cheaper. It's around 10 euros for 500 kilometers.
Yeah, but after you must take a walk for
kilometers, and there are no
5-6
signs.
kilometers, and yeah.
And you're not allowed to go on your own, and Ethiopia is very complicated.
From Aksum we flew back to the capital city, from where we took the early morning bus to the coffee plantations in the south.
In Ethiopia it's very practical to use the domestic flights. Only about 50 euros for 1.5 hour flights all over the country. You're tired. But the problem is you have to walk to the airplane, and the airplanes are so tiny and they have propellers. That's how a typical everyday holiday.
Yeah, it's 4 in the morning.
Vacation day begins 4 a.m. So we woke up so early.
We have a lot of energy, so we are going.
She has a lot of energy.
It's almost 5.
Almost 5. And the bus is leaving 12:30, so we're gonna sleep here in the bus like for
No,
6 hours.
It's 12:30 their hour, so I don't know exactly how it
Ethiopian
works.
hour.
Ethiopian
So I
hour.
think 11 is 5 or something.
No, 4:30.
4:30
11.
is 11:30. Very interesting movie, but what about if it's not going to be finished when we will be arriving?
The trip is interesting because of the landscape and grotesque due to the animal corpses lying on the road.
I'm beginning to think that we have a little bit too much of luggage.
Bye. I'm recording.
Okay.
Bye.
Bă, am luat un hotel, aștept și hoteluri faine, incredibil. Chestia asta a fost doar vreo 30 ceva de euro pe noapte. Hai să vedem la ce să ne așteptăm.
Hawassa is not necessarily a tourist destination, so it's a place where you can see the real Ethiopia. This means you are on your own. If you ask somebody for directions, the information you will receive will be mostly vague and incomplete. We came here to film a documentary about coffee, and that's why we asked to be taken to a coffee plantation. Funny, we got only to a greenhouse with small coffee plants, but that's the fun of exploring a country on your own.
Legend goes that in the 9th century, an Ethiopian goat herder, Kaldi, noticed that after eating the red berries of a certain bush, his goats are so energetic that they won't sleep at night. We came to Hawassa to see two things, well actually three.
Hippo and coffee.
And crocodiles, three.
Go with him to hippo.
It's not dangerous.
Not dangerous.
Not
Maybe if you want a jack, you can. Can you swim?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But not with the hippo. I don't want to swim in
No, the hippo looks like animals. Don't worry. Yeah. I give you a big guarantee and the info for you. Yeah, where from?
Romania.
From Bucharest.
Ce mi-e frică că mi-au dat vestele astea, eu știu să not, dar nu știu să not lângă hipopotami. Pățim ceva dacă picăm în apă lângă ei? Ne mâncă?
Tourists come to Hawassa for the lake. This huge freshwater reservoir is a biosphere's paradise. Hippos, crocodiles, monkeys and a lot of birds. You won't run out of things to photograph. Or to film.
Dacă se strică parcă aici, nu știu ce... Uite cum o deschis gura! Uite!
It's a happy hippo family. Like it?
Yep.
Why?
They're big.
Du-te!
Hello, look that. No problem. Take. Ready. 1, 2. Ready. 1, 2.
Ai, de capul meu.
Ready. 1, 2.
Vai, de capul.
1, 2.
You like coffee? Even if the answer is no, after a few days spent here, you will surely drink at least for a day.
Alexander just saw a cute Ethiopian girl with the hair nicely done. So she wanted to have it done for herself. So she has just negotiated with the taxi driver. So let's see what's happening.
Ce tare, că se ceartă cu păsările, că de ce își permis să vină pe drum?
Deci acum căutăm un salon în Etiopia, un salon de coafură unde Alexandra să-și împletească 2 codițe. Da. Eu sper să rămână blondă.
Da, cum ți se pare?
Cum să vă spun, e... Da. Yeah, it's... Okay.
Nu prea am păr, mi-ar trebui mai mult păr. Pare cam atât de puțin păr.
Cu 100 de lese de dinți, pe de
I don't have hair, it's so nice. Mă? Păi, cred că de mult nu am mai împletit blonde, că vreau să mă vadă toată lumea.
If we are good, we don't like it. We are always looking for adrenaline and risky situations, like in this market where it was a strange feeling to be the only tourists among locals. Maybe not dangerous, but somehow insecure. We are so sorry the time was too short to visit also the Simien Mountains, the Blue Nile Falls or the tribes of the Omo Valley. But there is always tomorrow, because every day must be a holiday. If you liked our adventures, please consider subscribing to our channel. See you in the next episode.